We're at the Evangelism Conference at First Baptist Church of Douglasville, and I thought this might be a good opportunity for us to talk to you about the Evangelism Conference. If you weren't able to go to this year's conference, we hope that you'll make your plans to be present at the conference next year. We really got a lot of excitement about this year's conference, and I want to talk to Joel Southerland and Scott Smith about that and find out a little bit about what went into planning this conference. Joel, tell us a little bit about the preliminaries to a conference like this, and talk also about the theme of this year's conference.
Well, our theme was revision, and we wanted pastors to come and catch a fresh vision for reaching their community, and now, after Vance Pittman's afternoon sermon, their city with the gospel. And I think it was a great sermon to kick us off today, to help us realize we as churches and pastors need to go out and have a vision, not just to grow our church, that's important, but get a fresh vision for reducing the lostness in our own area.
I like the fact that this afternoon that you called everybody to the altar to prayer after Vance's message. I thought that was very sensitive on your part to the Holy Spirit. That was a precious moment for all of us.
It was one of those, if you're a pastor, in all of us being in that God moment where you sensed we just don't need to clap and go home right now. We had heard from the Lord in the afternoon sessions, and I think that was justified when I just went up and said, one appeal, come to the altar. And really, for the next 10 minutes, people were just gathering in huddles, praying around the altar. I think it was a real moment that people will look back on this conference and remember this first afternoon session.
Yeah, I completely agree. And you all have, both of you have done a lot with social media in preparation for this conference, and then you've got a website going on. Tell us a little bit about that, Scott.
Well, we thought this year it was important to set up a standalone website for the conference. Not really, interacting with the other sites that we have online, but just to stand alone and deliver a lot of value. Really, that site is a multimedia site that was delivering value to Georgia Baptist pastors before the conference even rolled around. We had interviews that we had done, we had posted those, we sent out multiple emails, just letting people interact with the speakers, hear their message, get excited about the conference. So we've really been building anticipation through engagement. And so all of that also was interactive with social media. Because we have that site there, after this conference is over, for the guys that have come, they're going to be getting more value. They can come back to that site, the videos will be there, or different audio interviews that we're putting out after the fact. So there's going to be some follow-up through that mechanism. And again, all of it is through that, kind of intertwined through all that social media activity and that engagement.
Well, I really appreciate the way that you all are communicating the work of the Evangelism Ministries to Georgia Baptist through these social media outlets, and it really is making a difference. Joel, we've got a great crowd here, and as people are coming in now for the Monday evening session, they're coming with a lot of anticipation. And I want you to say just a word about your guest speakers this year, because they're blessing us, and you got a great roster of folks who are speaking.
Oh, sure. That's the thing to be most excited about. Is we started off today with you with a great sermon on the 5 smooth stones.
Well, I didn't mean me. I meant the other.
But it was great. It was great. Pastor Johnny came along after that and talked about the power of one invite, Vance Pittman, and then just really hit home. And then tonight we're going into Jeff George, Fred Luter. Tomorrow afternoon, we have 2 Cogby evangelists, Brian Fawcett, John Reed, Jeff George again, Ken Hemphill. One of the things we're really excited about tomorrow morning, to close out the morning session, we're having a panel where people can submit questions and get their questions answered about church. And then Emir Kaner, Jerry Vines, Robert Smith. We just have just started. We have so much more to come in this conference.
Well, I thank you for that kind of lineup, and it has a real appeal to Georgia Baptist pastors and church leaders, and I'm looking forward to a great balance of this session.
Yep, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Do you have a word to say to the folks that maybe didn't come this year that might anticipate coming next year?
Yeah, well, don't miss it. We gave away, Scott talked about value. We gave away so many things to guys who came and connected and engaged with us. And if you did not get to come, our number one question is, do you live stream it? And we don't live stream it. The technology sometimes can be difficult depending on the church you're at, but we'll keep you engaged with that 2013 evangelismconference.com website, and you can go back on there, and if you missed it, you can get re-engaged, hear some of the speakers and all that then. But let me say this, nothing's like being here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. 2013 evangelismconference.com.
That's it.
Okay, y'all get on your computers and look that up and learn a little bit about what happened this year at First Baptist Church of Douglasville. And the main thing is put it on your calendar for next year. Do we already have the dates?
We do, and they'll be on a new website that's coming up soon, GBC evangelismconference.com. We have 4 next year, and we're doing something we've never done. Usually when we did 4 simultaneous ones, 2 at a time. We've spaced these all several weeks apart so a pastor can go to all 4. They'll all have a different theme attached to them. And so all of those will be out, gbcevangelismconference.com, just in the very near future. All the dates and places and locations.
Thank you, Joel and Scott. Thank you for the great work that you all are doing through Evangelism Ministries, and it's a joy to work with you day by day. And folks, we want you to make your plans to attend this conference next year. If you weren't able to make it this year, and if you were able to come this year, we hope you'll come back again next year and be a part of it. The Georgia Baptist Evangelism Conference is one of the greatest conferences in the Southern Baptist Convention. It's an annual experience for Georgia Baptist. We hope you'll plan to be with us. Thank you so much.